Hey everybody, welcome back to the Balanced Vibes podcast. I am Kirsten, and today we are talking about body change and how we should feel in our bodies. And the main message I want to give you today or share with you today is that you have the right to feel good in your body. But I think it's a really important topic to discuss because people have very different opinions and very extreme opinions and very strong opinions. And body change seems to be something that it's a yes or no thing. It's a black or white thing. And as you know probably already about me, I am always trying to find a middle ground, that healthy middle ground where we can have like win-win solutions, right? Because black and white doesn't work. Extremes don't work. I think that we have all experienced many times how extremes don't work, whether it's overtraining, whether it's overeating, whether it's not moving at all, whether it's undereating, whatever it is, extremes generally don't work. And when talking about body change and feeling comfortable in your body, I think that it's really important that we do feel comfortable in our bodies, but health has to come first. So now when you say that, yeah, like I want to feel comfortable in my body, and you say that that's okay, like whatever I do whatever I need to do to feel comfortable in my body. Okay, cool. I'm going to lose a ton of weight. I'm going to wear size 0. I'm going to be 100 pounds. And this is the only way how I feel good about myself and I feel good in my body. And this is dangerous because you forgot that you had to put your health first, okay? So as long as you put your health first, I think it's okay to have physique goals, but your health must be number one. So many women who are a size 0 or who are 100 pounds are not very healthy. I mean, of course, there are exceptions. There are many women who are naturally that small, very petite, very skinny, and they are healthy, but a lot of women are not healthy. And I don't think that it should be our goal to be size 0, because that also means that this is where all our focus goes to, right? And I think we all have been there where we wanted to be smaller and smaller and smaller and thinner and thinner and thinner, weigh less and less and less. And we know where it took us. It took us to this extreme place where we starved ourselves, where we over-exercised, where we did just like crazy things with our diets, where we skipped meals, where we punished ourselves with exercise. So all this, in addition to being physically unhealthy, is also mentally very unhealthy. So now if you're saying that, yeah, okay, cool, you told me that it's okay to have body goals and it's okay, and I should be feeling great in my body, then I'm going to lose a ton of weight, then this is not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that your health must come first. And if you then want to change something, I think it's okay as long as you stay healthy. Body change is a topic that people have so many opinions on. And it's almost funny how your decisions, everybody thinks that they have to comment your decisions or they have opinions on your decisions. And when talking about body change, people don't have moderation here. It seems like it's always like yes or no, right? So again, coming back to this really obsessive personality type who says that yes, body change is everything, they do crazy things. Like I just said, starving, over-exercising from diet to diet, weighing themselves every single day, letting the number on the scale dictate the day, and so on. So this is the one extreme. And then let's say that that person now realized that, okay, it doesn't really work that way. I got really sick when I did all these things. And now they start healing, right? Now they go through this healing process where they realize that, okay, I really have to gain some weight. I really have to eat much more. I really have to rest a lot more. And then they gain weight and they start feeling better. And now a lot of times these people think that, oh, this was a terrible thing to do. I never should have lost any weight. And everybody who wants to lose weight, they must be as obsessed as I was. And so therefore, body change is a bad thing. And this is what I want you to be really aware of and understand, are you going this direction too? Because if we start telling that everybody who wants to change their body, gain some muscle, look cleaner, look more toned, is obsessed, then we have equally as bad problem as we had before. So if we're judging people based on whatever they want to do with their bodies, this is a dangerous place to be in. And I do think that everybody has the right to feel good in their bodies. And I want to share my experience. I've shared it a couple of times before, but just to illustrate, I'm going to tell you again how I went through all these 3 phases of recovery. So, and what happened to my mindset and the way that I saw, having body goals and having some goals is that, when I was really burnt out, I had to go through the healing phase, right? I had to gain weight and had to, gain body fat, of course. I had to exercise way less. I had to eat much more. And then when I had figured that out, I started moving towards that balance phase where my body was restored, my body was healthy. My periods were coming every month and I was sleeping better, my mood was better. But I started noticing that I'm still gaining weight, right? So after about a year after had recovered, I was still gaining weight and I didn't like it. I just did not like it. Nothing was like physically wrong with me. Like I said, my periods were coming. I didn't have like excess in weight in a way that I would have been like obese or anything. No, that wasn't the problem. But it's just started noticing that, okay, I have like more fat on my body. I'm weighing even more. I'm going up another dress size and I just didn't like it, just because I didn't like it. I did not feel comfortable in my body anymore. So for me, there was no reason really to continue gaining weight. And this is when I started kind of thinking, okay, I wonder what happens if I try to lose a little bit. But then there were so many messages around me that said that you should never do that. This is a wrong thing. This is a bad idea. Body change is always bad. Body change always equals obsession. Don't do it. And also, if you want to change something, it also means that you are not happy with yourself the way you are. And I gotta say that in my case, this was absolutely not true at all. I had made complete peace with myself. I was like, okay, I am where I am and I'm okay here. And my self-esteem was not tied to a number on the scale or to my dress size or anything like that. It was seriously just for my own physical well-being, because I wanted to feel better. I wanted to have a little bit more muscle. I wanted to feel stronger. And that meant that I wanted to change my body a little bit. And so I started doing it. And that's why I'm saying that you can do it and you can be healthy at the same time. So let's not equal body change with body obsession necessarily, right? So I started making some small changes. At first, I started paying much more attention to how I was eating, when is the right time to stop. Should I have some more? Have I had enough? Okay, let's add some protein to help with satiety. Let's add a lot of vegetables to help with fiber and also satiety. And I started making these changes, and then my body started to change. So can we now say that it was a bad thing? And I don't think so. If it made me feel better in my body, why not? My health was still there, then why not? And then over time, I started taking more strategic steps and started introducing some protein tracking, then started introducing some macro tracking, but never going to any extreme, right? Never going to like, okay, I'm gonna eat X number, low amount of calories. Never like that. So it really is all about that middle ground and taking these strategic steps and always checking in with myself, like how am I doing? How am I feeling? How is my sleep? Keeping track on these things really helped me to understand whether or not I am on the right track. And I gotta say, like, my sleep is really, really good. It hasn't been this good in a long time. And yes, at the same time, I have lost a little bit of body fat. So I'm not saying that losing body fat is the way to fix your sleep or anything like that. Maybe it's just me, but I really do feel well. I don't need daily naps right now. And I've had periods in my life when I have needed them. And I do think that a lot of it has to do with food too, because my food has changed also a little bit. What I'm saying here is that it's your right to feel good in your body. It really is your right, but you gotta have your health in check first. So number one goal is your health. And if you right now are underweight for your body and your body's not functioning properly, then you cannot think about body weight loss or fat loss just because that would make you feel a little bit more comfortable in your body. Because when you're going through the healing, you're gonna go through phases where you feel very uncomfortable. But this is needed. This is needed for your health, okay? So remember, number one, health, and then let's see what you can do if you want to change your body. I definitely don't recommend changing your body like 3 months after you got your period. No, we're not doing it like that. You're not ready physically, maybe mentally are, I don't know, but physically probably not. So this is rushing and this is not going to end well. So you don't want to do it like that. But later, once your body has had enough time to settle and you have gotten to the point where you're like, okay, I'm cool. I'm really good with myself. I understand that, whether or not I lose weight, I still feel good. I feel happy. I feel grateful. I have everything I need. You really do have this true acceptance. And then you want to change something for your own well-being, so you feel better in your body, you feel better in your skin and didn't mess up your health, then of course you can do it. yes, I think you can do it. So I want to give you this permission, right? I want to give you this permission. So if you're listening to it right now and you're like, okay, like I'm like 1 year past recovery and I still think that it's a wrong thing, it's like a morally wrong thing to want to gain some muscle mass or have more defined shoulders, or any of these things, and you think that, oh, I shouldn't be because that means that I'm obsessed, I'm not happy with myself, then I want to give you this permission that you can do it. Give yourself this opportunity, see what you can do, but don't do anything extreme. So this is my message for you today. I hope this was helpful. Also, please don't forget about that Rebuild mentorship that starts October 5th. If you are this woman that I pretty much described right now, to be honest, you are already recovered, you're feeling better, your periods are there, you want to look better, you want to get leaner, you want to look stronger, you want to feel more comfortable with yourself in your own skin, then apply, because this program is going to be exactly that. We do have a 12-week strength training program included in this. We do have a lot of work on our mindset. We do work on our hormones, and of course nutrition too, how to find that balanced place where you're not undereating and where you're not overeating too. So what are the things that really keep your health truly balanced and in check? And if the time is right for you, you can definitely start thinking about some physique goals, getting stronger, looking a little bit leaner, looking a little bit more fitter. So this program is for you. If you are interested, please apply. The link is in the description of this show. So thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions about Rebuild, if you have any questions about anything that I talk about here, just let me know. You can drop a comment on YouTube, or you can also always DM me on Instagram. So thank you so much again for being here, and talk to you next time. Bye-bye.